everybody, and welcome back to the Realm of Vasten. Well, how about that little intro? That was a little different, right? Working on some different stuff. I want to, first off, straight away, thank Grumpy Owl for the inspiration to do that. Grumpy has a series, if you don't know it, on his channel, which I will link in this description, called Home, and I feel like it's a game changer. I've said this before. I feel like it's a game changer. It's so cool. He uses voiceovers and acting and has a bunch of guest people come in to write this story and really create the lore and make the lore come alive. So, you know, I watched that series. I'm like, man, I feel like in some ways sometimes I feel like I've lost my way a little bit in this world, because this world has slowly sort of just become a let's build world, you know, and it's because, you know, I want to make all these cool things for sure. And you know, that's happened. Like, we're making cool stuff. But I also feel like at the same point, like, I feel like I haven't talked about the story outside of the very vague, like, oh, there are elves in their doors, that kind of stuff. Yeah, sure. But I feel like I haven't talked about the story in quite some time. And I want to refocus myself on the story of this world. There are a million Let's Plays out there that are awesome and building and all that kind of stuff. But I think what makes this world special is the attention to detail in the lore. And that's something that I really feel like I want to get back to, you know, and really focusing on. So, hey, check out these. Check out these dwarven ruins. You know, I'm going to keep the wiki a lot more updated. I've really let that slide recently. I haven't written a wiki article in several months at this point. So I'm going to get back into it. I'll be posting the scripts from episodes with links to all the different people and all that kind of stuff in the wiki. So if you're interested in it, you can check it out. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's a pretty cool world that we're creating. And I want to get back in the world building part of the actual building part. You know what I mean? So let's go through a little bit of this. So I want to talk a little bit about building technique. You know, sometimes whenever I do these episodes, I do something and then I kind of cut away and then come back and it's all done. Well, I did a lot of this building off camera. It's because a lot of it is not that interesting to show, and I don't generally like building on camera all that much anyway when I'm watching, but I do want to show sort of the techniques that I'm using for this particular style of build, and I think it's kind of pulling off really well. This is a good example of it. So I just started with a flat cobblestone wall, and then I came in with these stone brick pillars, and I tried to mix it up. Like, here I put 2 pillars over here, and then 1, 1, 1, and then over here I skipped 2. Over here, this one has a base, these ones don't. And over here, I brought the cobblestone down a little bit. And I just did those things just to make it not totally symmetrical. And I think that makes a huge difference. In fact, actually, let's go to, spectator, so we can see the footprint of this build, because I think the footprint is pretty cool. And it's a good sort of look into the way I'm building things these days. You can just see sort of the I don't say randomized, but the hodgepodge mixture of footprint while I was doing this. I think it worked out really well, I think. Thank you also to Pride for coming on and finding iron for me. I could not find iron anywhere, and I got kind of worried and that I was gonna have to go farm iron, and Pride hooked me up so I could finish the bars on all these places. So yeah, this is sort of the dwarven ruins complete, I think. Now, we had talked about underneath here in the tunnel about making this like ruins that the racetrack goes through, like maybe a kitchen over here or a dining hall or something like that. But I feel like that's going to expand these bigger than I want them to be. Like, they end right here. I would have to expand them to like the end of this opening here, and I think that's just, it's just going to be too much. You know, it's just going to be too much. It's going to be too big. So, yeah. So probably not. But I wrote a little bit more lore. And let me sleep. And take you to the winner's house. So there's a house at the end of this bridge now. Now, I had last time we were together, I did have the outline of the house done, but now I have there we go. I have the actual house, well, not the inside furnished, but I have the house actually sort of set up. So Whoop, there we go. So across this bridge, there's this house, and I just thought it needed a house here, and I couldn't decide, should it be dwarven, should it be elven, should it be man, what should it be? And I think it should be wood. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to call this the Victor's house. This is probably take a little bit out of Hunger Games, probably. So the idea is there are races every day, but there's one big race every day or every year, and that's like, I don't know what we'll call it. We'll call it something cool. And that big race, whoever wins that big race gets to live in this mansion and have all of their needs taken care of for a whole year. That's kind of the idea that the princes have. That way they get the best and fastest racers and all that kind of stuff to compete. Yeah, I just did a little bit of decorating here, but not my, oh, hey, hello. A little bit of decorating, but this is where the decorating ends. I just, you know, we'll get there eventually, but yeah, so they get to live here. There's gonna be a kitchen. They'll have servants. People come in here. They leave gifts on these tables for the winner, for a whole year, and then the next race comes, and then the next victor gets to live in this house. I think it's an interesting little thing, and also they would have a great view of the race because they're in a perfect place. The race actually goes right underneath them, and then they can sit out on this. Well, you can't see it, but there's a balcony right over there and watch the race go. So it's pretty cool. I think it is pretty cool. Also, you know, I named, I think it's Anthelia, in like the 4th episode of this season, the ruins of Anthelia. That's the Dwarven embassy, the Dwarven consulate. That's what I called it, the Dwarven consulate. And that's over here. And I just put some lore about that on the wiki too. Let's see. I mean, I feel like this style is pretty similar, you know, between this and that over there. This one's a little bit more sparse because it was really close to the explosion, so a lot of this got completely like sort of pulverized. Like you can see, there used to be probably a wall over there that got crushed, buildings in here that got crushed. So this being so close to the explosion really got hammered, and whereas the one over there has just sort of fallen into disrepair over time. So I tried to make a distinction. That one's standing a lot more than this one, which would make sense, right? What else has happened? Criddle has started some stuff over here. There we go. Come on. Up. Here, working out basically this Dwarven Stonehenge thing, whatever it's called. You know, it's kind of small. It's kind of small, and I don't mean just small like low. That low is cool because dwarves are known to be short, right, in general. But oof. Oh, that used to be really good. I don't know. Come on, server, you can do it. Criddle was thinking that there should be an outside ring, which is totally accurate and exactly right. So he started building an outside sort of dwarven, just to make this bigger, and I really like it. I really like what's going on here. What else? Criddle has also done, started connecting our two areas, and let me show you this. Now I can't remember what we showed last Criddle tour. I think we showed this. I'm not 100%, but it's really cool. It's really cool. A barn. Oh my goodness, so many end rods. That's super cool. So many end rods. That's awesome. So yeah, just a barn with a nice thing. I love this lower layer of. In fact, actually, I want to incorporate that in some of these buildings over here, just to help smooth the transition between Criddle's area and my area. What else? What else has changed? Oh my goodness, this is so cool. Criddle put a piece of black stained glass there on the side, and it looks perfect. Look at that. That looks perfect. Oh, that's awesome. Way to go. Little attention to detail. He's so good at it. Just like this kind of thing. All this over here. Oh my goodness. So good. So yeah, so I mean, I should say Eclipsion. So let me find the place. When I was doing the texture pack episode a couple episodes ago, I said, wow, Jerm, this redstone torch texture is so amazing, blah, 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 blah. And then it turns out that Eclipsion told me that they did it. So it turns out that I gave credit where credit's not due, and it's actually Eclipsion did. So let me make one of these just to show it, because it's worth it. It's so nice. It's such a nice texture. Any chance I have one stick? Literally just one stick? No? Really? No? Over here? Anything? I could take that log. Darn it. I cut because I thought that I was going to have to go and harvest a tree, but then I remembered that I have a whole bunch of stuff right over here. So, and I like walking around this town. You know, so often we fly over. I know there was an episode of Prides not too long ago that they talked about not using light shot anymore, just to fly and really get the full immersive effect of walking and traveling. And I think that is important and a very good idea. Look at this model. Is that model not just sick? It's so good. The only thing I wish that redstone torches gave out like normal light, like a torch, so you could use these things all over the place. Also, I mean, frankly, that'd give a good use for redstone torches because, you know, but, you know, I don't want to change it. In some ways, to be honest, I don't know how much lag this would produce if there were a lot of them because of the very detailed player model. I don't know if this was done like chisel and bits. It kind of looks like a chisel and bits texture, but it's really good. It's actually bigger than a block, isn't it? It is. It's bigger than a block. Huh. Yeah, super good. Anyway. So props on that. Props on that for sure. So yeah, so look, let me know if you enjoyed the sort of cinematic intro and the storyline and that kind of stuff, and if you want more of that, because if you do, then I would like to continue. I'd like to do that, but you know, I'd like to get everyone's opinion on that. Is that something that, you know, you'd like to come and get like a 1 or 2, you know, minute storyline before we get into sort of the normal episode, the normal Let's Build episode, or not really? So, you know, let me know on that. I don't know if I showed this house really, the detail on this roof. I tried something new on the roof. I would give it a 6 out of 10. I think it's interesting, which I like. There's a few places that the ridge is a little weird. Like, I should probably do some edits. Like, I kind of wish that was slabs going around there, for example, that kind of thing. But I like that it's not just a normal roof. I really went for something different, kind of a raised roof, just like a little bit more organic of a shape, you know. I think it's okay. I think it's all right. Anyway, that's it for me today. Probably a little bit abbreviated episode, but working on that intro thing, it took a while. So hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, I'll see you next episode. Thank you so much for coming by the Realm of Vasten. Please subscribe to my friends, hang out, and don't forget, even if modded isn't your thing, check out the skyblock thing for me and just see if it's your cup of tea, because it's really been fun to put together. In fact, I'll be recording episode 4 here in just a few minutes. So thanks so much for coming by. Really do appreciate it, and I'll see you next episode. Bye, everyone.